I'm Blacked Out Reviews, and this is my review of X-Men 97. You know, as a kid growing up, I loved the X-Men. I loved the movies, shows, everything here and there. I loved, X-Men Evolution, Wolverine and the X-Men. I loved seeing whenever Wolverine would team up with Spider-Man and the Ultimate Spider-Man or Avengers, Earth Mightiest Heroes, all sorts of stuff like that. And then later in the years, Marvel essentially tried to kill the X-Men, just take it out of the public eye just because Fox owned them. Like, do you remember whenever Marvel tried to replace the X-Men with the Inhumans? Yeah, that didn't really work out too good. And let's say with this show that came out, I had no prior connection or ties to the show at all. I never grew up with X-Men 97, that was way before my time. And which is kind of weird actually, because I do actually remember watching Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends on Netflix. Like, that was like in the 80s, and I just never, I didn't watch any of the 90s show, like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hulk, this show included, none of it. And with that saying, I have no prior nostalgia for this show. But whenever I heard that this show was being revived, I went right into it, baby. I watched all of it. I binged the whole show literally like right before it came out. And let me tell you, this show is, in my opinion, one of the greatest depictions of the X-Men. It has some of the greatest characters. It tells some of the best stories and has great character development for every single character. Each and every character in the show feels like they have something important to do and have such great arcs. And let me tell you this, with the revival show that came out like a few weeks ago, let me tell you, it does it, and it does it even better. I'm going to start with the animation first. When it comes to 2D, 3D type of animation style it was going for, I was a little bit iffy on it, but I gotta tell you, it grew on me later on because it is just so amazing. Some of the shots and action set pieces is just so incredible. And the fact that I saw that they took inspiration from the Marvel Capcom games, I was done after that. Like, it was incredible. Like, there's just some shots that I'm just amazed that they were able to pull off and do. It's just honestly stunning to me. The characters in this are amazing. Like, I was a little bit worried when they brought in some new characters like Roberto, but even he grew on to me. Like, I thought he was a great addition to the team, being like a newcomer, just like how Jubilee was in the first show. And Magneto, he was a standout. He was amazing, along with Rogue, Cyclops. And I gotta tell you, whenever I say that Cyclops was a standout, that honestly made me happy, because Cyclops gets like no love at all until now. He had no love in the movies. He was a dickhead in the original show, but now he had his time to shine, and that was just so great. And Gambit as well. Remember it, goddammit. He was like my favorite character in the original show, and here, no difference. Wolverine is also great as hell in the show. Like, Wolverine was a badass in my mind, still is to this day, and he just continues to be great. It's honestly fantastic. And I love the fact that with the X-Men, the message that they represent has changed and evolved over time to how we are now. I like the fact that it tackles such delicate issues such as oppression and hate and people, having differences one another. And the fact that the X-Men combat that not just with violence and action, but with love for one another, and the fact that they care for each other and the world itself. Because even though the world might hate them, they still choose to fight no matter what. And that's what I love about the X-Men. Not just for this show, but the X-Men in general are just such a great team for that reason. They could be hated, they could be ostracized, seen as criminals, they could be persecuted, and they still continue to fight, which is why they're like my favorite Marvel team of all time. And the fact that they inspire hope in others and for a better future, it's the reason why that this show is just so great, and the X-Men are just so great in general. And I like the fact that we get more time with these characters, and we get to like see them not just like fight and all that stuff. I like that we get to see them in like celebration and grief, and just like be able to like confide in one another and each other. And to the audience itself, I like the fact that we have such slow moments just to have one-on-ones with different characters. It's just so great, honestly. And along with that, I like the fact that this show also expands with the universe. Like I said, I never watched, Spider-Man, Hulk, Iron Man. I will eventually. I promise you I will. But I like the fact that they have other character cameos that just make the universe feel way wider and connected than it was back in the 90s. Like, I like the fact that we get to see characters like Spider-Man, Iron Man. Captain America has like a small role in this, and it's just great. And we get to see like Daredevil, Doctor Strange, Black Panther. It's just honestly so amazing. This is honestly one of Marvel's best shows of all time. And honestly, this is what Marvel needs right now, because while I'm not like, that mad at Marvel right now than some people are. Some people are like done with the MCU, with Marvel itself writing it off. But this is a spark of hope to show that things are getting better. And more than that, the X-Men are getting way more love. Because like I said before, Marvel basically tried to like write the X-Men off, make them not even like exist, just because of the whole Fox ordeal. And now with stuff like this, Deadpool, Wolverine coming out, I'm just seeing a lot more love for the X-Men. And as someone that grew up with them, I am proud to see this happening. Like, this is just fantastic to see just in person. Overall, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. This is what the X-Men are. This is what the X-Men need. This is just amazing. If you like my video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you can, I have Instagram, Twitter, X, I guess you could call it. And don't forget, have a great day. I'm Blacked Out Reviews. I reviewed it so you don't have to.